Welcome to Conversations with Celena, the podcast where we discover inspiration, motivation, and information to help you live your best life. I'm your host, Celena, aka Sunshine, and each week we'll dive into conversations with guests who share their testimonies, insights, and advice. We'll explore topics that uplift, encourage, and empower you to be the best version of yourself you can be. So tune in and let's have some fun while we explore all that life has to offer. Keep it smiling, sunshine, and let's go. Hey, sunshine. Welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Celena. I'm your smiling host, Sunshine, and we're going to jump right on into tonight's episode. Listen, if this is your first time, we welcome you. We welcome you and thank you for joining. Please come back, share, subscribe, whatever platform you're on. It's just sometimes a like and you're connected. So we thank God to be connected to you. If you are continuing to follow and support Conversation with Celena, we definitely love and appreciate you for your continued support. So be sure to also share this video because we want to get to reach more and more and more and more. Can you say more and more? We want to reach the masses. So if you share it, it will reach somebody. So thank you in advance. All right. So for tonight's episode, let me just pull this on up. Y'all are going to enjoy tonight's episode. Let me just tell you, we're going to have just a casual conversation, but it's going to be informative. So tonight's guest is Miss Tamaiya Bradford, and she has what is called Project Baby Mama. Isn't that is such a catchy title for her nonprofit, but it's Project Baby Mama, and it is a nonprofit organization dedicated to empowering single mothers facing custody challenges that live here in Iowa. But if you're having issues, I'm sure that she could connect you to someone that's outside of your state. We will ask her all of those questions. So welcome to the stage. Come on, girl.
Hi.
Tamaiya Bradley. Woo, woo.
Hi.
Come on, let me get to my claps. It's always somebody else. There you go. Woo, that big old beautiful smile.
Thank you. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Good.
Good.
I'm excited.
I am too. So you are the founder of Project Baby Mama. Did you need to share? Did I need to give you a moment to share anything? You got all your people, you sent it out to everyone
Yep, I did. Yeah. I shared it and then I put it on Instagram and on Facebook. So hopefully everybody gets tuned in.
Okay, good. Yes, something is acting up with the Instagram.
Oh.
I don't know what.
Yeah, no, I posted the YouTube link, so they should just be able to. It should come right to us.
Good. Yeah. Sometimes it says I'm live, but
it doesn't work.
It didn't work tonight. Sometimes it just it didn't connect tonight. I don't know why. So, but it's okay. We're live everywhere else except on Instagram. But if they went to YouTube, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how did you come up with Project Baby Mama?
The name.
But before you do that, since I didn't read your bio, I want to tell the audience about yourself. Look, I'm so ready to jump into Project Baby Mama. I said your name. The smile and everything just speaks for you. So I'm gonna be quiet.
Okay, so my name is Tamaiya. I am the founder of Project Baby Mama. Project Baby Mama started through me being a single mother, also just my own journey of working and being a mom and going to school full time. And what I realized through my experience is that determination wasn't enough. And many single moms have the same drive, but they lack the resources and the support systems to overcome any barriers in their way, especially legal situations. And then so I founded Project Baby Mama because there was a significant gap between what mothers needed and what resources were actually available and affordable as well. But we're still in our early stages. We're building something meaningful, and it's a pretty small team, but I have like a great board and a lot of pretty good people behind me that are ready to see Project Baby Mama take off. So, yeah.
Yes. So, um, that is how you started Project Baby Mama. Can you
Mm-hmm.
tell us a little bit about you, though, so we get to know you?
Yeah.
Jump
Yeah.
into your
Oh, and then the name. So I wanted it to be something that was like funny and like catchy. So I always feel like people nobody wants to be called a baby mama. Like everybody's like, I'm not a baby mama. Like don't call me that. But and so I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna be empowering women, I want to take this word back, like these words back and make it like something powerful for them. And then I also did I just was like, it is a project. It's something that we are all working on constantly. And so it just became Project Baby Mama. And it was something funny. So I work at an attorney's office, and when I went to tell my attorney like, hey, I want to start a nonprofit, and he said, okay, what's the name going to be? And I said Project Baby Mama, and he looked at me and he said, really? And I said, yeah. And he laughed. So so I was like, good, that means the name is catchy. Like it's going to be something that you're always going to remember, because who would think like, oh, Project Baby Mama, like what is that?
what is
So
yeah,
yeah.
and it makes you want to know what is that Project.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how the name came up. I just wanted it to be like something like empowerful and funny. Because I think I'm pretty funny sometimes. So
Yes, yes. So now that we know about your projects, Project Baby
yes.
Mama, and how you came up with the name,
Mm-hmm.
catchy by the way, tell us a little bit about you so
Yeah.
that the more we get into the organization, we can know
Mm-hmm.
you. Because I'm finding that once you, even just in social media, like you can follow these people doing
Mm-hmm.
whatever their craft or their business is.
Mm-hmm.
Once you see them in their natural and know them as a person,
Mm-hmm. You can
connects you
connect.
more. Yes,
Yeah.
connects you more to them in a deeper way, even though you've never met these people. It's like
Right.
because they're taking you along their journey, you're like, I know them, and it connects you. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a little
Yeah.
bit about you.
So I just turned 30 like 3 weeks ago, and I am a single mom to a 3-year-old. And I, okay, let me, because I mean, like, my daughter has a great dad, but we are not together. So, um, but I am a mom that is single with a child. So, and she is 3. She's a little boss baby. We call her the boss baby. They call her Big Mama. So,
Okay, Big Mama.
yeah. So she's the boss. She runs everybody's house, and um I recently got my master's degree in public administration so that I can do like program and project management, which has in turn like helped me with like creating Project Baby Mama, because if I didn't go to school and get that degree, I probably wouldn't have been able to come up with this by myself. I would have had to have somebody else do it. But with like having that background, it helped me. I live in Des Moines. And yeah, I don't know what else. My favorite color is pink.
A girly girl. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have your master's degree,
Hmm.
and you are a mother that's single of a baby, a
Yes.
sweet little baby girl, Big Mama.
Yes.
Yes, okay. And so but you didn't have domestic violence in your background, right?
Yeah. No, I don't have anything. I have been exposed to it through like friends, family members, but not me personally. But with Project Baby Mama, we do take priority for moms who have dealt with domestic violence. If they are needing like help finding like shelters or getting connected to an attorney, we do take them first, so they have precedence over them, just because we want to get those kids out of those situations first. That is a huge priority that a lot of times people are like, well, I can't leave because I have these kids. So we want to make it like a, what do I want to call it? An area for them to come to, so that they don't have to sit just stay where, that's my godmom. So they don't have to stay like in that, they don't have to feel forced to stay in that position where they are.
Mm-hmm.
So
So, is
mhm.
it, do you offer classes and training? So, whenever they need these resources, is it something
Mhm.
that you do monthly where you get together with them, or is it brick and mortar where they just come in and sit
So
down?
there's no brick and mortar yet, but eventually I'm hoping, to have that a facility where they can come to. But as of right now, they can reach out to us via Instagram, Facebook, and I even have like my phone number posted on there too, so that they can call me. And then on our website, there is a list of like resources for like shelters, and different like things like that. That they can go to and reach out to in Des Moines. So and that's why I'm like, or it's in Des Moines, but like also there's some stuff that's like Iowa overall. There's a few programs for Iowa as well.
Okay, let's see here. I'm putting that up right now. There we go. So, tell me, how did you find out about Conversation with Celena?
So it's a really funny story. I was going into a bar in downtown Des Moines, and I ran into this guy and I'm like, hey, you look really familiar. I didn't know this man from a can of paint, but he had like a familiar face. And so I'm like, like, you look familiar, like, what's your name? And I start talking to him, and he tells me like that he has a nonprofit for basically like cleaning up the environment, and picking up like garbage and stuff. And and I was like, whoa, like that's crazy. I literally just started a nonprofit this week. And we had this conversation. I follow him on Instagram. He follows me back. I'm not thinking anything of it. A few weeks go by, and he calls me on Instagram, and he's like, hey, I have some information for you. I'm like, okay, I'm at work, but like like we'll chat. And then 2 days go by, and he sends me a flyer, and he says, I want you to reach out to this lady. He said, I met her at a car show. She gave me her flyer. And he's like, just reach out to her. I think you guys will do like really good or whatever. So I'm telling him like, I didn't even think that you remember me or anything. And he was like, we were supposed to meet. And so I was like, that's crazy, because like, I feel like the universe puts you where you're supposed to be at all times. God puts you where you're supposed to be. And just me like running into him, and then that's how I got connected to you. And I'm so excited that he did that.
I'm so excited too because this girl said, well, who is Project Baby Mama? I said, I don't know. Like, I couldn't share any information because I didn't even know any information at that time.
Yeah.
So when you and I talked, I was like, oh yes, I remember him,
Yeah.
because he was sharing about his nonprofit, and while he was talking, because he at the car show, he picking up stuff off the ground,
Hmm.
like just second nature for him. He just, where
Yeah.
he goes, he just picks up trash
Yeah.
like that. And he told me the same thing. He's like, it was meant for me to meet you. He said
Yeah.
he was getting ready to leave the
Uh-huh.
park, and here you are right here. And he sat down, and he and his daughter like had a whole conversation with me before they left the park. And he told me
Yeah.
picking up trash. So I think that's pretty cool because a lot of people say they're going to do something, they're going to
Hmm.
contact you, and you never hear from them. So not only is he sharing, that
Right.
we're connected, but he's actually sharing my information. And so I
Yes.
think this will be a good connection. And I believe it is too, because
Yeah.
God puts people in your life for a reason.
Yeah. And I was just like, like sometimes you meet people and you're just like, okay, like, It's nice to meet you, and then you kind of just go on about your day. And if you run into them again, then like it's like, oh, okay, like nice to see you again. But just to have somebody that's like, oh, I met this lady. I think you should reach out to her. I was like, whoa, like that was really nice. It was really nice. And that was like so sweet of him to do. I sent him. I don't know if he'll be able to tune in, but I did send him the link to let him know that we were doing this. So
Yes, that's good. That's good. And then
mhm.
you went and you listened to me.
I did. Yes,
Let me
I
go see who
did.
this lady is and he's talking.
Yeah, I did. So I found you on Instagram. And I was like, dang, her voice. I was like, I could just listen to her talk all day. And I'm like, her voice is so like soothing and nice. And you are always upbeat. And so I watched like a few of your videos. I'm like, okay, I'll reach out to her. So then I sent you an email and then here we are.
I mean, and the car show was just a couple weeks ago. So
Yeah,
I think
it was quick.
it was quick. The connection
Hmm.
was quick. And, anyone who's looking to start a nonprofit, you have that information.
Yes.
When people are taking the information that they know, because it's real fresh on your mind, you can actually create classes for people
Right.
that are interested in. I mean, you can
Hmm.
branch off, is what I'm saying, from not just the baby mothers, but
Right.
also people who are interested in starting a nonprofit. Because I've been thinking
Hmm.
about it, but it's so expensive for
Hmm.
one, and you have to really have a need for your niche.
Yeah. And it was like really crazy because so like a huge part of like what we do is like focusing on like connecting moms to attorneys that are either pro bono or basically at a reduced cost, because a lot of times like again they're single moms or they're like leaving a situation and they probably don't have like much money, like they don't have a $5,000-$10,000 retainer to give anybody. So um I have a few attorneys that can do pro bono work and also reduce work. So we fill if someone reaches out, we send them a guide and they kind of fill it out, let us know like what their income is and like their household, and that will determine if they get pro bono or like just the services at a reduced rate. And I'm talking to one of my friends that's an attorney, and I'm like, yeah, so like I'm getting this started. I really, I think you're great at what you do. I want you to help me with this, like be an attorney, and either you can decide like if you want to do pro bono work or if you want to do it at a reduced rate. And she goes, this is so crazy because I was just talking to my therapist about this, and my therapist was saying that a long time ago there was a similar program like this, but she never knew what happened to it and she didn't think that it existed anymore. And then you call me today and you're like, hey, I want you to help me with this. So
Mhm.
it was like, it was so crazy how everything started. And then it was like one of my good friends, I was helping her get like custody papers ready. And I told her, I'm about to start a nonprofit and I'm calling it something baby mama. I said, I don't know what it is, but it's going to be something baby mama. And then here we are. Like I said it and it was put together in about 2-3 weeks. I talked to my attorney about it and then it was together and we're here.
And that's how fast it can happen. So,
Yes.
if you sleep on it too long,
Hmm.
it's like how they say, you snooze, you lose.
Right.
And you talk yourself out of it, and then the fear starts to settle in, and
Yeah.
you just bam, bam, bam. It's like, here I am. Wow, I can't believe I did that like that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's awesome. Because, sometimes we feel like, oh, there's already enough nonprofits, and they
Hmm.
already have this and they already have that. Because, like, for me, I want to do some similar things because I myself am a survivor of domestic violence. And
Right.
so that's right up my alley, to try to
Hmm.
find, a nonprofit to work with. Because I was in this class that was just telling us, like, if you don't have a nonprofit, you can connect and collaborate with a nonprofit and still be able to get some of the things that you need as far
Right.
as funding and stuff like that. And so yeah, so that's awesome.
Yeah, and so and then another thing about that too. So remember I told you I have a podcast. So I have a podcast as well, and it's called Bad Mom Survival Guide, and that's where we talk about the unhinged truth of being a mom. So everything that you can think of about being a mom is Bad Mom Survival Guide. So what I ended up doing, which is this is probably something that you could do too, and we can talk about this later as well. But I ended up getting my nonprofit, and then I made my DBA, which is your doing business as my podcast LLC. So it's like I have both of them, and I can use them interchangeably as well. So we'll talk about that. But yeah, that might be something that you can do too.
Is that it right there? Bad Mom Survival Guide?
Yes. Yep, and it's on Apple Music, Spotify, and
You look like me.
Apple.
That's how I am sometimes trying to say, okay, it is on.
Yeah, because you know, like they publish it everywhere. We are on Instagram as well, and then I know for sure it's on Apple Podcasts and it's for sure on Spotify. But then I realized like a while ago that they were publishing it in like three or four places, and I was like, I didn't even know this was. But go ahead.
Yes. So that's how I am when I'm listing out mine because mine shoots it out to different places, but mine is
Yeah.
also like on Apple, Spotify, Amazon. I didn't even realize it was on Amazon.
That's where it is. It's on Amazon. That's where it is. Yes.
Mhm.
Because I was like, I was like, I didn't sign up for this. What is this?
Yeah. No,
So,
yeah. And I don't know what you have to do to really get it seen in those
mhm.
places, like for it to really grow. But I guess you just got to keep being consistent and doing what you're doing. And
Yeah, I guess. But also like, cause well, I've been doing the Bad Mom Survival Guide for like 2 years, and people like are always messaging me like, when are you guys like putting out more episodes? Because so it started with three of us, and then it's just me now, and but everybody's always like, when are you gonna put out more episodes? And I'm always like, I didn't realize you were listening to
mhm.
this. So I didn't know that I should be putting out more episodes, but I got some things up my sleeve for both for Project Baby Mama and Bad Mom Survival Guys. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said I was gonna do, kind of shift it a little bit so that it is better prepared or better a fit for the traditional podcast because
Yeah.
they just upload this. And I know people
Mhm.
that's driving down the road, like they're looking for something that says you should do this and you should do that. And maybe, I don't know, maybe they enjoy sitting listening to you have a conversation
Yeah.
about whatever it is, because that's how mine comes across as a conversation
Hmm.
about various topics, and
Yeah.
hopefully prayerfully they're helpful for people because they can get this type of information of how there's an organization out here that's doing this, and before you know it, like there could be a lady from, let's say, the South somewhere, the East, the West, that they want to do something like this. And here you have not only a survival guide, but a
Hmm.
roadmap, um,
To get the help that you need.
the help that you need, or
Yeah.
start this type of organization.
Hmm.
This could be the home base, and then you could help somebody on the West Coast, the East Coast, the South build their organization, and then this could be the home base of it. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely if it like anybody is in like another state listening, I definitely want like reach out to me. I don't have any issues like helping and like a lot of state laws are exactly like similar to Iowa law, so I probably can figure out how to help you do the same thing. I just said Iowa because I know like I can touch, like people in Iowa, and it's easier for me if I have to go to them or something. I'm a single mother, so I can't just be flying all over the world right now. So
But you know what? Zoom is available. So it's like,
yeah, yes, yes, yes. So anybody like wants to reach out, I definitely have no issues like helping finding resources in whatever like city or state you are in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Because people will tell you to leave all day, every day. Girl, I don't know why
Mhm.
you still with him or this and that. But they don't tell you the how. What's my
Right.
next step? How can I make it out here on my own? Because, maybe he's paying most of the bills, if not all of the bills. And so
Mhm.
that fear of, is he going to try to hurt me? Is he going to try to take my baby? So there's so many
Right.
reasons that people
And
stay
the manipulation and everything. Yes.
and all of that sort of thing. And so you can't just tell people to leave without the plan. And it
Mhm.
sounds like you have that plan of what
Mhm.
are the next steps. This is
Yeah.
how, and this is what, and this is who. You can talk to
Mhm.
this lawyer, you can go to this shelter, so
Yeah.
that is the thing that people need to know, that there's someone there to help them along the way to to successfully get out of this situation.
Right. And I feel like that is definitely like what sets us apart, because we're not just providing resources, we're also working to build a community, with every mother who is connected with us or wants to be connected with us. They honestly become a part of like our extended family, because we are still, like going to reach out to them and make sure, even like 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 2 years, 3 years, like down the line, I still, like want to be connected and make sure that they are doing okay. And then eventually, like, I plan and I really like want to and hope, and I think it'll be much easier with me like having a nonprofit, is like to have like housing assistance and like childcare options and different employment resources, and just like all of the things that they people are struggling with, or like to find help with. I hope that we are able to provide that.
You will be able to.
Yes.
You've done all this far, and you're in school.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So I think that once I'm just finishing my capstone this summer. They gave me an option to take it over 6 weeks or 6 weeks or 12. No, 6 weeks or 10. And I said, I'm taking it in 10 weeks. I'm not writing a 20, 30 page paper in 6 weeks. So once I finish this capstone, I definitely have all of the plans to get everything like set in stone. I have everything written out, all of my business plans and everything, and I have had a professional attorney look over it and all of that. So I'm really excited about that part of it, honestly.
well, congratulations. I know that's a lot of hard work to complete schooling and then to continue to complete schooling. And because
Yes.
that's a lot, it takes a lot out of you. I think some of the professors don't realize that you have a life,
Mm-hmm.
and they know most of their students are non-traditional students, but
Mm-hmm.
pile on the homework like you don't have anything else to do.
Right.
Just trying
Uh,
to set you apart. Do you really, how bad do you want this?
yeah, so I hope none of my bosses are watching, but like almost all of my homework gets done during work hours. Because when I get off, like I want to be able to like play with my child. I want to go to the park and I want to play Barbies and watch movies on the tablet. So I'm like, I got to get this done during work.
And you whispered like that if they are not watching, or if they are, they're not going to hear that part. Oh, girl, you're crazy. But I'm sure they know that you're working on homework during work.
Yeah.
But long as you're getting your work done, I guess they're good.
Yeah, which I do. I very much I do. I make sure all my work is done before I do anything. So, or and then like if they do bring me something, I work on it immediately, and then I'll go back to doing whatever it is. But I'm pretty quick though. This so I
Okay.
don't know if I said like I'm a legal assistant at a law firm, but um I'm pretty quick about like everything. I've like created a lot of shortcuts for myself. Any of the letters that we send out, any of our emails, I have them all like saved in a folder, and they're all drafted up. So all I'm really doing is copying and pasting and changing people's names and doing different things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I think that's awesome. All the things that you're doing,
Mhm.
not just in your community, but in your personal life as well, because you're
Yes.
definitely continuing to work on you so that you can be better in your personal and in your professional life. So
Yes.
that's great. And I'm so happy to be connected to you. I cannot wait to see what we're gonna do
A
as
lot. We got a lot of stuff.
we got a lot.
We do. We got some things in the works because I want you to come on my podcast too. So
I'm definitely gonna come on your podcast. And I saw that you signed up for the I owe her.
yes, I will be there, and I made my friends sign up too. So I got today when I was driving to so I live in Des Moines, but all of my family's in Waterloo. So today when I was driving to Waterloo, I was like, dang, I gotta send that to my other friends because I remember you said it was like limited space. So I'm like, I gotta make sure I send this to my other friends because I know um they need it as well. So
Mhm.
yeah.
And so, did I tell you that we booked for Hawaii?
No.
So we have the dates for Hawaii. It's August 30th.
Oh, that's my daughter's birthday.
That's it.
Yeah.
You should bring her to Hawaii for her
I
birthday.
listen, she would probably love that. I'd be like, okay, I gotta go speak at this conference, so I need to go to Hawaii.
Yes, yes. So
She
August.
would love that. She did tell me she wants to go to a beach for her birthday this year, and I was like, okay, let me figure out how I can get you to a beach. I was thinking about taking her to Florida, so well, maybe she might end up in Hawaii.
In Hawaii for her birthday. Come on. And so I talked to the lady today in Ankeny, so I should have that date. They're probably closed now, but tomorrow. She tells me if it's on a Saturday, I have to do it with the manager. But she is the manager, so she said whatever date that you want. So I'm gonna look at the calendar again, and
Yeah. Is it? Are you meaning like a like a space? A
it's
rent?
it's a Cafe Diem.
Ah, okay. They have really good coffee there. They do.
Mm.
Yeah.
And so they have a space. They actually have a conference room. I think it holds maybe 18
Okay.
bed. So yeah, so we can get that, and that'll be the first three.
Okay.
It'll be the
Perfect.
first three: June,
I'm
July,
excited.
August.
I'm for sure gonna be at the one that's coming up, and then the one in Ankeny. I'll definitely, put that on my calendar too. And we'll have to talk about Hawaii.
Come on, girl. Yes. So let me take we're gonna take a commercial break, and
Okay.
then we'll come right back. And so whenever we come back, I want to ask you two questions that I've been asking all of my guests. Like, if you
Okay.
can tell your younger self something, what would you tell your younger self?
Mm.
Ah, girl, that should be an easy one. And then for the guests, if you didn't get anything else from tonight's episode, as long as you can take this away, I want you to take this away. So,
Yes.
any final thoughts that you have, and then those two questions whenever we come back, because I don't want
Okay.
to cut you off at any point, because we are here. We can be
Okay.
here for 2 hours if
Me and you, at this point, I'm convinced me and you will be talking forever.
girl. Because what? Who am I? Conversations, girl. On camera, I just be telling people for real, for real. I am conversations with Celena.
Yes, I love it.
Here we go.
Okay.
Hang tight, my sunshine. Conversations with Celena. We'll be right back. Hey, sunshine. Girl. So I didn't even say Do y'all realize I have now two Tamayas in my life? Two Tamayas.
And I love that because I don't know anyone with my name. And it's so funny. I was just saying today, my cousin that had her graduation party, her name is Jemiah. So it's spelled exactly like my name but with a J. And I'm like, I don't know. I before you had told me this, I was like, I don't know anybody else named Tamaya.
Well, you will get to meet her. I'm gonna make sure of it. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's my assistant, and she is amazing. And now you're my connection for Project Baby Mama,
Yes.
and you are also amazing. So I just feel so blessed to be doing this. I think this is the best thing about having a podcast, having a nonprofit, having a business is the people that you meet along the way.
Right. Yes. And
I
I
don't
feel
know
like that
anybody
too.
that were I haven't found anyone that was bad. Like, not at all.
No.
Mm-mm.
No. No.
I'm sorry, you were getting ready to say something.
I feel like when you are meeting people to talk about like what they're passionate about, I feel like and you want to listen to what they're passionate about, then that makes you like a great person as well because like who I like listening to people talk about things that they're passionate about, just seeing like their eyes light up and just like just their face light up. So if you are making yourself available for people to do that and like you are turning on your listening ears and just listening to them, then I can't see why anybody would come and be a bad person.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because the guy that told you about me,
Hmm.
I'm telling you, he loves what he does.
Yeah.
And he's very passionate about it. And I sat
Yes.
there and I listened to him talk
Hmm.
about what he does and, talk about his daughter. And
Hmm.
I was all in it. Like, I even have video. He
Yeah.
downloaded my phone. We have videos together. And so it's funny because I didn't have a lot of traffic that day at the car show, but I always feel like you meet who you're supposed to meet. We get caught up in numbers, like I didn't meet a whole lot of people or what,
Hmm.
but the people that I did meet
Yeah.
were the ones that our paths were supposed to cross.
Right. Right. That's how I always feel too, all the time. Especially with like everything being so smaller, like just having like a small number of listeners on the podcast. I'm like, whoever is meant to hear this is meant to hear this. Anybody else, and even if they're listening just to be nosy, well, you still listening, so
Mm-hmm.
keep
And,
on.
and I tell you what, they get something from it.
Oh yeah.
And I think, like, for my subject matter, people
Hmm.
don't want to be identified as someone that's interested in domestic violence or
Hmm.
SA, because then it's like they feel connected, like somebody's going to know that
Hmm.
they were touched inappropriately or whatever. I'm trying to be careful with my words so I don't get like snatched with saying some of the stuff. They don't want to be identified with it.
Hmm.
But for me, I'm okay with being identified with it now, but I wasn't always, because that guilt and shame is a for real monster in your life. And it
Yeah.
always shows up and makes you feel like you're not good enough and people don't really care for you. And it's because you don't care for yourself.
Right.
Like the things that has happened. You don't like the fact that you kept your mouth closed. You don't like the fact of a whole lot of things. So yeah, you probably do feel like no one likes you because you don't like you.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't live there anymore. Like,
Hmm.
that key doesn't work because I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of the whole thing. And so now I'm taking responsibility for my life, and I'm not blaming anyone else as to where I am now.
Hmm.
It did definitely change the trajectory in my life. I know that 1000%.
Hmm.
Now it's like I have to use that pain for God's
Purpose.
purpose. Yeah, because and I have to say this now. Now I'm talking. It's like I'm on your podcast. Even though I've been doing this, like the other night I was talking, and I may have been talking to you last night, and I realized, like,
Oh
I
yeah, you said that last night. Yeah.
yes, like I just realized that this is something that I have to do.
Right.
Thought maybe I was at some point being selfish because it wasn't growing the way that I had wanted it to grow and it wasn't doing what I thought it needed to do.
Yeah.
Then I remember the promise that I made to God that God, if you get me,
Oh,
mm, oh God,
gonna make me cry too.
I'm like, God, if you get me up off of this hospital bed, I will tell it.
Mhm.
And and I said that because I couldn't get up and walk and I couldn't even clean my own self. I couldn't do anything for myself. I had no clue at that time that it was not just going to be that he brought me back from grave to graduation, because he did that. He brought me back from the dead when the doctor said I was going to die.
Mhm.
But he also has brought me out of the dark from the SA and the RAPE. I'm no longer living there in fear.
Yeah.
And
You
um,
being able to tell your story is definitely a part of like your healing journey, and you healing for yourself, and then also just like opening doors for other people to start their healing as well. So that's good.
yes, yes.
And
And
I'm proud of you.
thank you, thank you. And yeah, so I just was like, it just put a whole new light on it for me when I was talking to you. Like, wait a minute, I
Mhm.
don't even have an option. I'm always talking about maybe I shouldn't even be doing this anymore. But I was like, no, you said out of your mouth
Mhm.
that this is what you would do.
Right.
God gave me my life and like a whole second chance at living free,
Right.
living free and without the guilt, without the shame, and finding my voice and telling my story and helping other people. And so I'm so excited about it because I told you I met that young lady, and everybody done heard this story like probably 5 times about this lady in the store. But
Mhm.
she just told me in the middle of the store, but I just feel like at that moment, all she could see was me. Like she couldn't see all the other people walking around. She just saw me and she felt like I have got to tell this lady
Mhm.
what happened to me. And she told me the short version, but it was bam, 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 bam. And she said, you don't know what you've done for me, allowing me that space to share that. And so the numbers might not look like we want them to look, but it's the
Right.
impact that it's making. And that
Mhm.
one person in the store, she's a young girl. She's in her early 20s and
Mhm.
she's got all these traumatic things that has happened to her. And she was able to just poof, just spill it out to me.
Right.
She says, oh my God, I have not told anybody this.
Right.
And so I said, girl, you don't know what you did for me. You telling me
Mhm.
you blessed me by trusting me to share with me, but also giving me that reassurance that I'm in
Mhm.
the right place, that
Mhm.
I'm
You're
doing
doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
that I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yes.
I love your godmother. She all in it.
Yes.
Come on.
I love her.
Said,
I want to get you two connected too, because she also is working on a nonprofit for like homes for girls who, I can't even think about it. You got me a little discombobulated.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But she has a nonprofit called Mended Wings, and it's like homes for girls who are displaced. She you'll have to get I'll have to get you connected with her, because that would be another good person. And we met at church when I was little. I was a little girl, and we met at church, and I just got attached to her, and she's been there. Oh, youth and foster care. That's what it is. So we met at church, and I just got attached to her, and I've been attached to her ever since. She lives in Arizona now. So she's far away from me, but but she
Full support.
Yes,
Real support.
she's always, always, always showing support. She always told me like how proud of me she is, and but yeah, she's been there for everything. Like every since I was a kid, graduation, every graduation she, like make sure she texts, call birthdays, my daughter, everything. She shows up. So
Hmm.
that's my dog. But
Yes. Did you want to share a little bit about your testimony?
um, let's do that next time.
That's, that's
I
fine.
need to get. I need to get. Even though I'm sure my mom wouldn't care. I just want to get her permission before I just like, put it all out there. So sorry, a loud car just drove past. But yeah, I just want to get permission from my mom before I, talk too much about her on a live video. So
Okay. Okay.
I don't want her to kill me. I don't want her to be like, "You're not supposed to say that." So.
I understand. I understand. Well, tell us what you would tell your younger self.
So I would tell my younger self
Little
to
Tamaya. What you would tell little Tamaya?
appreciate the people that you have, and even though sometimes they might not be what you need in that moment, appreciate them for what they are doing. And I would say keep going, never stop fighting. And I would say take your time. Don't grow up because being 30 is hard.
Take your time. Don't want to be grown too fast.
No, like, girl, I wanted to be so grown. And I'm like, paying bills is ghetto, okay? I did not sign up for this. I just wanted to be grown and wear what I want and go where I wanted, but that was it. I didn't want to pay bills. I didn't want to do none of this. I didn't want none of these responsibilities.
Girl, listen. Them grown folks make grown. They make it look a whole lot easier than what it is in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, and yeah, especially these grandparents, they made it look so easy. They had houses and cars, and they was taking care of their kids, nieces, nephews, and I'm like, listen, me and my 3 year old, it's us. We can't help nobody else, okay? We have no capacity. It's just me and her. And I'm barely taking care of me. So I gotta take care of her. I have to take care of her. And then me second. So we don't got capacity. So I don't know how they was doing it, but
Hmm.
they were doing it well.
Girl, I love your energy. You're so cute. All right.
Thank you.
So, out of everything that you said for the
Yes.
audience, if you don't take anything away from tonight's episode, what is your sunshine nugget?
My sunshine nugget is very simple, and it's literally just be kind and be compassionate. You never know what someone is going through or what they're dealing with. They might present to you that they are, perfectly okay, but really deep down inside they are not. And so I want you guys to take the sunshine nugget and be kind and be compassionate. I did want to say too, because like we are pretty small, like nonprofit. Any We are taking like any like type of like donations or just volunteering your time or even just spreading the word. Every bit helps us to reach those people who are in need. So we are just here for support, and we're building this from the ground up, and we would just love to have anyone who has the ability or capability to jump in. So if you want to be just volunteer your time, be a mentor, um even speak at, I'm planning some events, speak at an event, anything, just reach out to us, and the website is there. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook. So yeah, find me through Miss Celena because now she can't get rid of me. Miss Celena is stuck with me forever.
I'm the old gal in the room. I'm the
Yeah.
old gal. I got all these 30-year-olds attached. Yes, indeed.
We love you.
Thank you. Thank you. I love y'all too. So was that it? Is that all you
Yes,
have to say?
yes,
Okay, listen, because you have the floor, honey. You can go.
yes. No, I am good. I'm just so excited that I got to do this and I got to meet you and talk to you and talk to your fan base and stuff. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna close out, but just hang on the line before you hang up. Is that
Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And then for everyone else, thank you all so much for joining. Please share this video, and if you find it in your heart to support Tamaiya with Project Baby Mama, get in touch with us, her, however it is, and it'll go toward a good cause, because I know plenty of single mothers that are in situations,
Mhm.
some of the already established places are over capacity, like they're having to
Mhm.
turn people away, and
Mhm.
so this is a very good thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
And also, conversation with Celena has I owe her in the making. We have
Yes.
the first date scheduled for June 21st. Then Ankeny is going to be July. I told the lady a date, but I didn't confirm it. She just told me to go back and confirm it. So that will be on the website probably Monday. And then the date for Hawaii is August 30th. And I can't even believe that I'm saying it out of my mouth. But my sunshine nugget for everyone tonight is, you know, it may not happen for you this year. Because I remember I wanted to go to Hawaii probably 3 years ago. And one of the pastors that I'm connected to, she was like, Sunshine, you going to Hawaii? And I was like, I ain't no telling when that's gonna happen. And it's just 3 years later, and the flights are booked. So,
Mhm.
conversation with Celena is going to Hawaii, and we're having an I owe her experience event over there.
Yeah.
My
Cardidia, we might have to go to Hawaii. Be on the lookout. We might do that for your birthday.
And so, you just never know how God is going to do a thing in
Mhm.
your life. But just because it's not today does not mean it's denied. It could just be delayed. And you don't know why it's delayed, because maybe 3 years prior, my people wasn't there, because I truly believe that I'm not going to miss my assignment. I'm not going to miss the people that I'm supposed to be connected with. And so, here it is, 2025, 3 years later, and we're going to Hawaii, and God knows where we're going to be next. So I owe her experience is happening, is. And so anything that you want done in your life, please don't say it's going to happen. Say it is happening in the present tense, because God says, speak things that's not as though they are, not in the future. It's happening now. She says,
Yeah.
I'm in for it. All right. Well, listen. And we'll probably be getting a house maybe
Okay.
for everyone that wants to attend, but that's also in the planning stage. So things
Well,
will grow quickly. You got to be
yes.
prepared when you're praying and asking God for something. Like, it may seem like it's taking forever, but when it starts, boom, 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 you better be ready, because God will blow your mind. Like, oh my goodness, oh, almost
Yeah.
scare you a little bit. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I said it and then instantly it was
In
going. So
motion. And
yeah.
yeah, I know. So yeah, that's how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining, beautiful.
Yes.
I love your smile. I love
Thanks.
your energy, and what you're doing is amazing. I wish I would have had someone that had a Project Baby Mama that I could go to, but I do thank God for the shelters that were available at the time that I needed them.
Right.
And there's some things about it that I'm like, when I get in the position and I'm able to get a shelter, I definitely want it to be like this
Mhm.
and not like that. So
Right.
when you've been through something, you're
Yeah.
like, okay, I definitely wouldn't want a woman in this situation, because one, I felt very comfortable. The other,
Mhm.
I did not even feel safe. I was like, Lord,
Yeah.
please get me out of this situation. So you just never know why you're going through things, But once you come out on the other side,
Then you can see it clear.
then you can see it clear. You have empathy for people that are going through it. You
Mm-hmm.
understand, because
Yep.
a lot of these people, they haven't been through the storm the way that you've been through the storm. So when you
Right.
share something with people and they don't understand, the why that they don't understand is because they ain't been there.
Right.
But they're trying to advise you on what you need to do in your situation, in something they've never been through. So we go
Right.
through these things, and I tell you, I know we were talking, you're an empath, I'm an empath, and we are that way because of the things that
That
God
we have been through.
that we went through.
Yeah.
But God brought us through.
Yep.
Word, we didn't stay there. We went through.
Yeah. We got it.
We got it. Look, she said, "Girl, that's my scripture, Romans 4:17."
That she'll tell you a scripture quick. I'm telling you right now, and if I need somebody to pray, I'm calling her. I'm texting her like, "Hello, can you drop a prayer for me?"
Okay, so I'm about to do it right now.
Okay.
Godmother, can you please drop a prayer for Sunshine? Conversations with Celena in the actual her event.
In Hawaii.
Yes, yes. To all of them, all of the
Yeah.
locations.
Yeah. One thing about her, yeah, she gonna pray. I love her.
Oh, yes, we love you, Godmother.
Yes.
Well, listen, y'all, thank y'all so much for joining. We're gonna close this one out, but we will be live. I don't even know the next date. Let me see if I can tell you who's up next. Who's on first? Y'all know we'll be posting it anyway. What is today's date? I think June.
Today's 31st.
Okay, so it looks like Miss Bonnie Anderson is scheduled for June 7th. So that is next.
Saturday.
Yep, next
Yeah.
Saturday. And then
Like she said, yes.
yes, um my son's birthday is also next Saturday.
Okay.
So
Happy
yeah,
birthday to him.
happy birthday to him. He is the oldest one. I'm not even gonna try to say his age because it's either this age, that age, or that age. I can never remember. Can't keep track of them.
That's so funny. My grandma was trying to argue with me like last year. She was like, "Don't you turn 30 this year?" I'm like, "No, I got one more year. Don't be trying to push that 30 on me yet." And she's like, she's like, "No, you definitely turned 30 this year." I'm like, "No, I don't."
Let's see. So he'll be 28.
Oh, okay.
So he'll be 28. I almost got a son your age. So
Yeah.
mm-hmm. 28, and then the other one will be 22. Joshua, he'll be 22. So Sean will be 28 June 7th. So y'all say a prayer for him. He'll be traveling here for his birthday. And then Joshua will be 22 on June 25th. So for the internet aunties out there, pray for your nephews. Pray for your nephew, your conversations with Celena nephews over here.
I love that.
All right, we'll see y'all next time. Y'all go share a smile and spread some sunshine.
Bye, love.
Oh, I love that.